Hello everyone, I am back for another video on my Vancouver Canucks part 2. Let's start. The only thing I don't have right now is wearing the actual Johnny Canuck jersey right now, because Canucks never invented it, but on their alternate jersey, not the new one, the recent one, with the stinking rank one, had Johnny Canuck on the shoulder with the flying V on it. But I don't have the actual old school 1945 Johnny Canuck jersey at all. So let's begin. Okay, back then in 1945, the Vancouver Canucks started in 1945, and the all-time roster back in the mid-40s was Andy Bathgate, a inductee Hall of Famer. Number 2 is Johnny Bauer, another inductee Hall of Famer. Number 3, Tony Esposito, the all-great goaltender for the Canucks and the Hedrick Hawks, or whatever, Hedrick Hawks, don't care. But Tony Esposito was a Canuck goalie back in the 40s too. Number 4 is Alan Stanley, another Hall of Famer. Another one is Gump Worsley, I believe he's another inductee in the Hall of Fame. If not, he's the greatest Canuck ever, back in the mid-40s. Number 7, I used scratch number 7. So okay, back in the 1945 season till 1970, the Vancouver Canucks won 4 Pacific Coast Hockey League championship titles. They won 4 in a row. It's a different league back then. After they done the PCHL, and then they went to the WHL in the 60s. It was called the Vancouver Canucks, WHL Canucks, back in the 60s. Yeah, so 2 in 1945 and 1947, and number 8 was 4 championships from 1957, 1960, and 1968, and 1969, before the before NHL had the expansion draft for the Canucks and the Sabres back in 1970. And also, because Canucks are an old team, and I read an article on the internet a couple years ago on Wikipedia that some gym or whatever in Toronto said the Vancouver Canucks don't deserve to be in the original 6, and they are the original 6. The Canucks are the oldest team in the league, starting from 1945. Who cares about the Hedrick Hawks, the Hedrick Bruins, the Hedrick Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, and Detroit Red Wings? And that's it for the Canucks in 1945 on that part of the Canucks history. The all-time greats back in the mid-40s to the 60s. And one more thing before I go. Back in the early days, there wasn't no original 6. There wasn't no Hedrick Hawks, no Hedrick Leafs, no injured Bruins. It was only us, the Toronto Arnieys, before they came in the Hitcher leaves. And also the Victoria Cougars, back in those days. And the newest Mister, I can't remember their team name called, but we had a newest Mister team back in those days. The original four was us, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Seattle. The Seattle Metropolitans. I know that Seattle got a new team for next year. Are the Canucks and Seattle, whatever they be called for the team logo and the name, but us in Seattle, we can rekindle some rivalry back in the early 1900s with Seattle, with the Seattle Metropolitans. That was the original four, before even there was a original six. And that's a factoid about that. And that's it from my YouTube video on the original 4/original 6/1945 Canucks. Thank you for watching my video on YouTube, and please subscribe and live long and prosper. Bye everyone. Oh, one more thing, Giant Canuck, also a cartoon character back in the late 1800s. He was a good cartoon character back in the late 1800s. And that's it. That's another factoid about the Canucks history. And goodbye.